Hello, gamers, and welcome to Strawberry's Gaming Society. It is time for another stream. It is 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's when I stream. Tonight's topic is how to make fudge in real life because it is and or was Valentine's Day. And I made fudge this evening and really enjoyed it. And as your internet gamer mom, and we've been doing a lot of heavy subjects lately, I wanted to do an easier one tonight, a lighter subject tonight, and something fun. So I have just collected the milk and a bunch of ingredients. Unfortunately, I have not yet. This is, for those of you who are new, this is my survival world, and we have not yet found a jungle. It's got this survival world, I believe it's set to large biomes, and I have not yet found a jungle. So here's our cow field. I just collected some milk. We've got wheat. So some of the things tonight I'm going to use as ingredients are not exactly what you'd actually use for fudge in real life. Hello, welcome, a new viewer. Well, two new viewers actually. Nice to make your acquaintance. I am Strawberry, and this is Strawberry's Gamer Society, and tonight we are making fudge in Minecraft, sort of. I am sharing my delicious fudge recipe, which I made in real life earlier this evening. And so, welcome to my Minecraft kitchen. And I've got the ingredients all up on the wall here of how do you make fudge. So, you start off with, for your real life, if you're making real life fudge, here, let me take off the shield and not hold anything so it's easier to read the signs. So if you're making real life fudge, you gather the ingredients, and in my house we always have chocolate chips around. I buy them at Costco. You need 2 cups of chocolate chips, and I like to chop them up in the food processor in advance, and it takes about 1 minute, 45 seconds to a minute to chop them up in the food processor. And if you do that, then when you get to the very final step, it's a lot easier. So I'm gonna put the how-tos as we go along. So you start out by chop chocolate chips. And that way when you get to the end, you don't have to stir it too long. Step 2 is butter your pan. So I use an 8x12 pan to put the fudge in at the end. And that is the next step, is to basically get ready, because the final bits take a long time. Like once you have everything hot, you don't have that much time to chop the chocolate chips or butter the pan. You have to get those things done in advance. And then I like to have the vanilla out as well. And then the other things that you do is basically you start with a big, oh, where did I put my bucket? I thought I had a cauldron here already. Okay, well, I'm gonna need to go make myself a cauldron because I don't know where it is, and I know cauldrons need iron, and I hope that's enough. Let's see here. So, search for, there it is. Cauldron. Oh, I need just a little bit more iron, but that's okay. I've got some in the oven or furnace or whatever. So back to the kitchen. Not that one. That one. There we go. Okay. Let's make the cauldron here. All right. It's like upside down pants makes a cauldron. So basically in your pot on the oven, so, or on the stove rather, so in your real life pot, you add the following ingredients. You'll need 1 jar of marshmallow cream. So I am going to represent marshmallow cream with an egg in Minecraft. So there we go, because marshmallow cream does include eggs. Well, it depends on what kind you buy, but if you buy the Jet Puff brand marshmallow cream, and a jar I think is about 10 ounces, yeah. And so if you buy the Jet Puff marshmallow cream, then it contains eggs, which is an important thing to know because I have a friend who is allergic to eggs, and when I make it for him, then I have to use regular vegan marshmallows instead, and it still comes out okay. I like it just a little bit better with the Jet Puff marshmallow cream, plus it's easier, but you can be made egg-free, but the egg is representing the marshmallow cream there. So you add to your pot marshmallow cream, and then you add 1.5 cups of sugar. So let's make some sugar here. Sugar. That is not sugar. Let me think here. Maybe it's sugar is just like that. I should really know this. Okay, there we go. Sugar. I'm gonna put, why don't we just call each one of these a half cup. So there we go. You put 1.5 cups of plain white sugar in your pot, and at that point, oh, and then you add the butter. And I was going to represent the butter with dyed. So, oops, I want more than one piece of dye. I was going to represent the butter with dyed wool. Now put this on the wool. There we go. That is butter. 2 blocks of butter. So the 2 blocks, at least where I live, butter is typically sold in half-cup sticks. So you put 2 half-cup sticks in. Oh, hi! Welcome, Phantom Breeze. We are making fudge in Minecraft today, and here is the real-life recipe over there, and I am just kind of showing how to brew it all up in the pot here. So if this were real life, you'd be starting out by chopping your chocolate chips and buttering your pan, and then you put all of the ingredients on the left side here into your pot for the stove. Marshmallow cream, sugar, butter, 2/3 cup evaporated milk. So again, where I live, this is sold in cans, and it's just one little small can of evaporated milk. So cream, sugar, butter, milk, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which I am going to represent in Minecraft with a little bit of sugar because it looks the most like salt of anything in Minecraft. It is delicious. Like, this is one of the recipes I am most proud of. It is a family recipe. And a lot of the things that I make at home, you can buy it in the store and it's more convenient and cheaper and better. But this fudge is so delicious. Like, I have never in my life, and I have sampled a lot of fudge because I like to look at fudge and I love chocolate to begin with. But I have never in my life found fudge as delicious as the fudge that I make. So, yeah, so you put in all these ingredients on the left-hand side, the marshmallow cream, sugar, butter, evaporated milk, and the salt. And you stir those over medium heat. Oops, you know what? I'm going to just pick those all up anyway. You stir those under medium heat. Let me get myself a stick, how about? To represent a wooden spoon. There we go. Oops, no, don't throw out my axe. That's not what I want. Wait, why can't I pick up my axe? Oh, there we go. I must be just experiencing lag. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to represent this with a wooden spoon. So once you've got all those ingredients in the pot, you turn it up to about medium-high and you stir continuously. Like, while you're putting in the first couple of ingredients, I usually put the butter in first and let the butter start melting, and I'll put it on mine, then I put it on medium, so number 5. And then once the butter's in, I start putting everything else in. The thing that takes the longest is getting the marshmallow cream out of the jar. And I stir it all up on the stove at medium-high, number 7 on my stove's label, but do a little experimenting with your stove if necessary. And I stir and I stir and I stir. And basically, the key thing about fudge is you have to keep stirring continuously the whole time. Like, you cannot leave it for even 10 seconds because then the bottom will start to burn. But you're making a caramelized candy basically. And so it needs to get to a fairly high heat, but you also don't want it to burn. So if it starts to burn, it kind of ruins the whole thing. So it's just, you have to plan ahead of time to plan to just sit there and stir continuously. Once the fudge comes to a boil, stir it for about 5 minutes. Like, you can set the timer, I always set the timer on the microwave. Stir it for about 5 minutes, and it'll go through as you watch it. You can see the chemical transitions happening, and it'll go through two different changes. One where it kind of fluffs up, and then it'll sort of fluff down, like one where it gets taller in the pot and then it fluffs down and it's lower in the pot. When it gets to that lower in the pot, fluffed down bit, give it another minute or two and then test it. So you get a thing of cold water. So we'll pour out our cold water there. So you get a cup or a mug of cold water or a bowl of cold water, and you take your spoon and you'd basically drip some from the spoon into your cold water, and it should be at what's known as soft ball stage. So that means when you drizzle some of your fudge solution or your sugary solution, because there isn't any chocolate in it yet, so you drizzle some of your sugar into there, and when it's like it at first, if you do it too early, then when you drizzle the sugar in, it'll sort of like spread out over the top of your cold water. And that's not what you want. That isn't forming into a ball. But if you drizzle some in and it sinks to the bottom and you can squish it with your fingers as one coherent ball, then that makes, that's what's called soft ball stage. And you can also look up on the internet, if you have a candy thermometer, the exact temperature. I think off the top of my head it's 277 degrees Fahrenheit, but I could be wrong about that. But it's easier, like, I find it better to just test anyway. And when it gets to that soft ball, that's when you want to take it off the heat. And you have to move very quickly at this point. So you take it off the heat when it's at soft ball, and you pour in the chopped chocolate chips and the 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and you stir it again. And this next phase, the reason you chop the chocolate chips is because you can't stir it too long. If you stir it too long, the butter kind of separates, and so you have to be really efficient with getting it off the stove and putting the chocolate in and stirring, and then stop stirring. Once it's smooth and the chocolate is melted, just stop. And if you want to add nuts, this actually, the butter is less likely to separate if you add nuts, but my kids don't like nuts, so I don't put nuts in our fudge. But if you want to add nuts, you can go ahead and add nuts, and you stir it all up. And once, like, you can sometimes, if you're stirring too long, you can see the butter start to separate and get liquidy, and at that point, just stop. Even if not all of the chocolate chips are all the way smooth, if you just pour it into the pan at that point, what'll happen is when you eat the fudge, it will have these little hard chunks of chocolate in it, but they're kind of like nuts and they actually taste good. So you can stop at that point. And the way that I fix that problem is by pre-chopping my chocolate chips in the Cuisinart before I get started. So if the chocolate chips are basically like a powder before you start, then you don't have that problem. But if you do, then you just stop stirring, because once the butter separates, it's kind of, I mean, it's not totally ruined. It still tastes good, but it's not quite as smooth as it could be. So that's when you stop stirring. And as soon as the chocolate's basically all melted, stop stirring. Pour it into your 8x12 pan that is already pre-buttered. Did I say to add the vanilla? Well, add the chocolate chips and vanilla at the same time. Pour it into your pan, and then give it like maybe 5 minutes to sit out on the counter so that you're not putting something really, really hot into your refrigerator. And then stick it into your refrigerator. So let me write down the rest of our steps here. So combine ingredients on the left with and stir. Boil 5 minutes until soft ball stage. There we go. So combine ingredients on the left until soft ball stage. Add ingredients ingredients on right. Stir briefly briefly until melted, and then sit on counter 5 minutes. Refrigerate a couple of hours, like 4 hours is definitely enough. I usually can't help myself and start eating fudge after 2. And I also tend to eat some right at the very beginning. Now, like right afterwards, like I lick the spoon and oh, it's so delicious. But words of caution, especially if you are a kid, then this stuff is like French napalm. It is really, really hot. So do not put some directly on your tongue, especially when it is right out of the, right off the stove. So remember how I said you wanted to stir it until it reaches 277 degrees Fahrenheit? That's really hot. So water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is a whole lot hotter than that. So do not test your softball thing on your tongue or take any sort of taste with your tongue, because that would be really hot. You don't want that. And then, yeah, after you let it chill. So basically, if you just let it sit on the counter like all night or something because it's too hot to stick in your refrigerator, then it'll be a little bit crumbly. But if you let it chill in the refrigerator, it produces the most delicious, smoothest fudge you have ever had in your whole life. And most commercial fudge, I think they don't stir it long enough or something. Like commercial fudge, to me, the sugar is just too grainy and it's not smooth enough. This fudge is absolutely smooth. So anyway, that is how to make fudge, and I hope you guys have a chance to enjoy it someday. I am going to leave this cauldron here just for general brewing purposes in my kitchen. Go put these ingredients away, and then rest of the evening I was just going to mine stuff in the nether. So how is everybody this evening? While I put all this stuff away, you guys can type stuff in. Oh, yes, and I did finally buy all the books that I wanted to buy, and I need to put mending on this helmet before we go back into the nether for sure. And then I have a bunch of other mending books that I just save for later in case something happens to our village again. Mending. Okay, I want to keep one of these. Next time I get a diamond pickaxe, I'm going to put silk touch on it. There. Oh, yes. Your family gets fudge when you go to the beach, and it's so good. It is. There is little in this world that beats delicious fudge, I have to say. Let's see here. I am going to put the spare milk pails in there. Spare books go with the paper. Oh, I forgot to use I was going to use the spider eyes because I haven't been to a jungle yet to get cocoa for the chocolate chips, but I didn't actually do anything with those. And I was going to use the wheat seeds to represent berries, or to represent the vanilla, but I forgot. Oh, well, these things happen. So let's put the wheat back away here and put the sugar away. Where does sugar? Yeah, sugar belongs with paper because it comes from sugar cane. And wool belongs next door. In with the wool and sleeping supplies. This certainly took a lot of different ingredients tonight. Okay, there's the wool, and I might as well leave the extra dye here too. And now, let us enchant. My Fire Protection 3 helmet needs mending. And this helmet also needs unbreaking, but I do not yet have access to unbreaking. And why do I have 2 mending? Does all the rest of my stuff has mending already, right? Mending, 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 and mending. Okay, so let's just leave the mending book in the chest. Over here, this chest. Okay. Oh, and this has mending, right? Yes, that has mending. Excellent. Okay, we don't need to bring that to the nether. We do need to bring that. We don't need to bring this. There we go. We don't need eggs. We do want that. Oh, and we don't need obsidian. Where should I store my obsidian? I'll store it with the nether stuff. Yeah, I finally made more ender chests, so I got a bunch of obsidian. Yeah. You're good today? How are you? You're tired today, even though you slept pretty late? Yeah, today was, it was another day where I had to get up early, and 2 days in a row is really hard for me. I definitely appreciate that most of the time I do not have to sync up with the rest of the world, and usually I only sync up with the rest of the world on Sunday mornings, but this time I had to sync up both Saturday morning and Sunday morning, and 2 in a row is, I will admit, very rough for me to try to get up early twice. But most of the time I really like my schedule because I get my personal time at night while the kids are sleeping, and then I sleep while they're in school, and then we can have family time during the day, which really works out for our family. Okay. There we go. And let us mend this helmet now that it's got mending. Let's see here, I have to have it equipped. Hopefully these chickens won't peck the helmet to death before I have a chance to get it mended. I let it get really low. Yeah, it's so hard to wake up early after not doing it regularly. And these meetings, they're like literally in the middle of my nighttime, but I recognize that, oops, entity cramming. I recognize that most of the time, I need to sync up with the rest of the world occasionally. And it's not them that needs to conform to me. It is me that needs to conform to them, unfortunately. But I do feel for the people who work the night shift and don't really have much of a choice in the matter. I am fortunate enough that it is my choice to live this lifestyle and that it works out for me. Oh wait, I should wield my pickaxe while I'm doing this. So I can mend the pickaxe as well. Okay, and now let's kill some chickens because this is way too many chickens. It's dangerous to be killed in a chicken coop. Okay. Oh, and I must be experiencing lag because I haven't picked up any... Oh yeah, I have. Okay, there we go. That is a lot of eggs. Okay. So now it is time to finish some things up. Oh, looks like an Enderman has been here, doesn't it? Come on, chickens. I might have to kill more of you so that I can actually get out of here. I'm sure Technoblade could make this leap, but I cannot. There we go. Not with chickens on me. Okay. There we go. Got it. Yes, my daughter has been watching a lot of Technoblade lately. Okay, we have full mending on that. This one's close enough. And now I'm going to go break this obsidian here. So this is a shared server, and somebody was mucking with the cobblestone generator, and this is also sort of my garbage disposal area here. Let's put, do I have cobble? Yes, I have a cobble on me. And so somebody kind of messed that up there, so I no longer have my lava garbage disposal, so I can get rid of the eggs when I have way too many eggs. But I have a lava source quite nearby. So down we go down here for the lava, and I like tall ceilings, so every time I run down here, I just make the ceiling a little bit taller. Yeah, in theory, it's best to keep a regular schedule. That has never really worked for me. Like, I do when I have to, but I usually wind up spending 1 out of every 3 days really tired if I'm trying to keep a regular schedule with the rest of the world. The pandemic has been great for me on that respect because well, especially after I had fewer responsibilities, then I no longer had to take the kids to school in the morning, and that allowed me to have a much nicer and much more flexible waking up time period, which just worked so much better for me. Alrighty, garbage disposal, here we go. And let us ditch these eggs. All of them. Because the only bad things about chickens is they just mess up your inventory with all these eggs. It would be nice if eggs would stack to 64 like the rest of them. I can sort of get why they do it, because each egg could hatch 0, 1, 2, or 4 chickens, so it's kind of like an egg has a couple of extra bits of data in it. 2 extra bits of data, in fact. And so that means if they're using the same amount of space to store all the data for an egg, then they can have fewer of them. But it really seems pointless at this point. Yeah, it's hard if your natural cycle is different from the rest of the world to struggle with waking up early. Like, I was always exhausted in high school, and I just slept a different schedule than the rest of the world liked. And I wonder how things are going to change in the world with the pandemic, because it feels like more people are adopting a schedule more similar to mine, maybe not as extreme as mine, but it does feel like more people are spending different hours in bed than they used to. So let's see here. I need to ditch these. Where's the feathers? Wheat and... Uh-oh, I'm experiencing lag. I'm trying to open this and nothing's happening. Okay. There we go. Oh, that is nice that you had cool teachers that didn't mark you as late, even though you were... Yeah, I find teachers are people too, and if you try to treat them with respect and let them know what's going on in your life, then they are more likely to treat you with respect too. And okay, come on, open the chest. Open the chest. Oh, lunch detention. Yeah. Although sometimes that isn't so bad, depending on the teacher you're doing it with. Oh, okay. My internet. I have discovered. Yep, there we go. Just lost it. So I have discovered that if I go to the speed test website for my internet provider, sometimes it gets better. Although sometimes it doesn't. Like right now, I'm looking at it and it says my download speed is 3 megabits per second when I do a speed test. Normally, it should be in, like, I pay for 24 megabits per second, and I have no idea why it's suddenly so slow. And I'm pretty sure it's not on my end. So what am I to do with these slow internet speeds? And it seems like it's getting worse. It wasn't that bad when I first started streaming, but lately it's just gotten worse. Oh yeah. Yeah, eating lunch in the library is can be not so bad depending if you enjoy reading books and enjoy spending time away from people, then it can be not so bad. But if you're one of those introvert people, then it can be quite the difficulty. Yeah, maybe sometime I will do a stream on Myers-Briggs personality types, because that, for me, when I learned about that, I was like, oh, this makes so much sense. So uh, the way the Myers-Briggs people define introverts and extroverts is not whether or not you like being with people, because I qualify as an introvert, and yet I like being with people, but it's a where do you get your energy? Is it exhausting to be with people? Or do you get your energy from being with people, or do you get your energy from being woo? Oh boy, I've like fallen out of the world here. I sure hope I don't really fall out of the world. This is bizarre. Woo! I almost want to take a screenshot. That's beautiful. Oh, you've done it before? Have you done Myers-Briggs? That is bizarre. When I lost, that's a weird way to lose connection. Yeah. Yeah, I wound up like I was INT, and then I was halfway between J and P when I do it. But I haven't done it in a really long time. And I think the older I get, the more centered I get in each of the categories. It's like I can remember taking it when I was in high school, and they'd ask these questions. At parties, do you introduce people to one another, or do you wait to be introduced? And I'm like, I never go to parties when I was in high school. And now I host parties. Well, at least I did before the pandemic happens, and I'm definitely the person who introduces people to one another, but it's a learned behavior as opposed to a behavior where it actually is pleasant to me to do it. It's more I have learned that this is the thing I need to do in order to have a successful party, especially when I'm hosting the party. But I do like having parties. Well, prior to the pandemic, then we used to have gaming parties all the time where we'd invite our friends over to play board games. So, not screen time games. It was very clear in the invitation that it was board games. And we would invite our friends over to play board games, and we'd board game all night long, pretty much. We Way back in the day, we used to have a hot tub, and on New Year's Eve, then we'd always game. We'd advertise our party as the New Year's Eve party for people who say, "What? Do I have to count down to New Year's now? It's still my turn. Let me finish this turn first." And that was literally true at most of our New Year's Eve parties. And we'd play games and then we'd spend time in the hot tub and always be in the hot tub till the sun came up on New Year's Eve. And then we had children and things changed a bit. Yeah. Yeah, so it's small parties. 10 people or so is a good party. Yeah. Yeah, we'd have most of our parties are 10 people or so, but then the big ones, we do a big one on Halloween and a big one on New Year's Eve. And there would be like a total of about 30 to 40 people would come through the house over the course of the evening because a lot of people party hop on New Year's Eve. And we'd usually have about 20 or 25 people there at midnight. And the funny thing is, in our group of friends with 20 or 25 people, then we would. Okay, so where am I? And do I still have all my stuff? There we go. We would. And which way is home? This way is home. I lost my train of thought here. Okay. Yeah, so with our New Year's Eve party, then it was always BYOB. We don't supply any alcohol for anybody, but some people enjoy that sort of thing, and we don't mind what other people do, and we make sure that we have enough spare beds and spare sleeping bags and things for everybody so that nobody has to drive home at night after New Year's, because it's just dangerous. Even if you're not drunk, other people are, and so we wanted to make sure that nobody had to be driving on New Year's Eve and people could stay overnight if they wanted to. But of the 25 people, like I'd get out the champagne glasses, of the 25 people, usually 4 would choose alcohol and the other 20 or so would choose non-alcoholic drinks. And so we always had Martinelli sparkling cider, and that's just kind of who our friend group was, that most people chose not to drink alcohol, and that is fine. Okay. And it's nice like, when you're in school, sometimes you can't choose who the other people you're in school with are, but when you're a grown up, you get to pick who your friends are. And yeah, now that there's the internet, you can pick them from a wide variety of places. So, right, I wanted to put my obsidian in here. And so we were able to pick friends that we got along with, and that worked out. Okay, I do not need to take the chickens. I have enough food. Well, 30 is 30 enough chickens to go into the nether with. I'm gonna cook some more chickens, actually. Let's go cook those in the kitchen. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to my kitchen, and I always forget which one is the smoker and which one's the blast furnace. Looks like I picked correctly. How many did I put there? I thought I put... Well, I clicked 8 times, but we'll see what happens. Okay, while that is smoking, let's see here. What do I need to do? Well, I guess when I take the chickens out, will I get more? Let's make sure I'm wielding this when I take the chickens out. How about that? Yes, that does help fix my pickaxe. Okay, and what do I need when I go to the nether? I've got that. This belongs here. Oh, cobble. I like to take cobble with me when I go to... Oh, I always do that. That is up to the roof. And yeah, it's important to make sure you have a ride or a place to sleep so you don't drive irresponsibly. That is for certain. And it's really nice now that there's Uber. I don't know if you have Uber in your area, but around here, people have been so much more responsible now that it's easier to get a ride home. I don't understand how the cab companies got away with giving such terrible customer service for so long. was just amazing. But like if you called a cab, it would take like an hour for a cab to arrive. Whereas when you get an Uber, it takes like 10 minutes from the time you finish doing the app till the time your cab arrives. It's great. Okay, what was I getting? I was getting cobblestone. Let's take one chunk of cobblestone with me. Okay. Oh, and I need more torches. So let's get some more wood and make some more torches. I guess I don't really need this for that, but okay, sticks and sticks. Actually, I don't need quite that many. Yeah, there we go. Okay, a few extra torches, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, and the extra, oops. Let's put the extra back in the chest. And then, where is it? Extra spruce planks. Okay, now let's see if the chickens are done. Into the kitchen. The chickens are not yet done, but we have plenty of chickens. Okay, the rest of those chickens can be finished up later. Let's go to the nether, and I'm trying to remember. Reese, were you here last night when we were looking for netherite? But we are looking for netherite so that we can improve our armor, so that maybe we won't die so much when we go to fight those blazes looking for that ingredient that we need. Sorry, I was concentrating on that and couldn't think of the ingredient name. While we were looking for what we need for the nether... That is not what I wanted to do. The nether wart, so that we can brew potions at last. Oops, oh, I'm not going to make it again. Let's try this again. One of these days I'll get better at this. Okay, have the dirt ready. Crouch. Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Place the dirt. Jump and go. There we go. Third time's a charm. Okay, yeah, so you know what we were doing. We are just going to go right back there and keep looking for ancient debris. And also, we want to get some more, whatever it's called, blackstone. Okay, so not that direction. This direction is where we were looking before. Because we found a really good place to look. I would like to eventually make this into a soul speed area, but not tonight. Oh yeah, and I could try that microlensing thing and see if there's any bastions around here too. Maybe not tonight. So microlensing, I need to read up on it a little bit more, but maybe I'll do a whole stream about it at some point. Microlensing is the newest and the latest speedrunner tactic for finding bastions in the nether. And I've just watched other people do it. I haven't tried it myself or experimented with it yet. But once I've learned a little bit more about it, then I would like... Wait, is this too low? This is 10. Okay. Well, I would swear that I went farther. And that there was a whole bit that was carved out from here. I feel like I'm getting lost already and I haven't even been anywhere. Ah! That's because this is where I went. Okay. Let me put extra torches here so that I can remind myself to stop there next time. Actually, I can even just block this up so that I don't go too low next time I get here. There we go. Okay. And then I was studying this, or going this way. And there's my pickaxe. Shield. Okay. Keep going this way. And what level am I on? I am on 13, which is exactly where I want to be. Maybe, I guess, 14, 13, 14, 15, 16. If I get 13, 14, 15, 16, that is the best. Yeah, so the basics of that technique is let's see here, you go into F3 mode, and then you can't see it. So at the top, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines down on the top left, then there's an E number for entities, and there's 32. It's like how many you can see versus how many are in your field of view versus how many are within that you can actually see. And I'm not sure, do these things count as entities? I don't know. Maybe. And there's a way that you can like turn around, and if you're near a bastion, then the numbers will change so that you can see that there's a whole bunch of enemies nearby. And if you change your options, so if you move your FOV way down, then it makes it easier to tell. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, no, I was looking at the C number instead of the E number. So if you change your field of view so it's way down, woo, things are right in your face, then then there's a way that you can kind of like x-ray through walls and figure out that there's a bastion nearby, which is really cool. But I haven't quite learned it yet, so I wasn't going to stream on it until after I figured it out. Let's see here. Options, and I'm definitely not as fast as they are. Let's see here. I like this around 89, 90, whatever. This is just normal. Okay, there's that there. And then put this here so I remember which way is home. And start with the ceiling and hope that we don't get killed. Yeah, it is really neat what they do to basically figure out once they enter the nether which direction to go to find a bastion. Because sometimes bastions are just totally covered and you can't tell that they're there at all until you dig through solid stuff like this. But if you know that they're there because of if you know that they're there because of the microlensing technique, then you can find them, and that obviously is a huge help to the speedrunners. Whereas if you're somebody like me, then by the time you have we found some ancient debris. Now let's totally clear this out in case there's any more. Looks like it's a vein of just one. But just in case, plug that up. Okay, just in case. Alright, now get out the shovel. Yeah, I don't think there'd be any more here. Okay, well, we got one. That is not bad for just a few minutes of work. Now, let's just put that back and that, just so I remember my way home. Because as you know, remembering the way home is definitely a challenge for me. But if I have my path of torches, it makes it so much easier. And until I'm full, I like to collect all this netherrack, but in the end I'll probably be ditching netherrack to have more space for blackstone. That's what we want. And when I upload this VOD to YouTube eventually, I will put the full text of the fudge recipe in the YouTube description so that everybody can make it more easily if you want to. It is my favorite, most delicious fudge. Okay, there we go. This has been a very successful trip to the Nether so far. And it feels like we're just getting started. Okay, let's just put that there. Make sure we eat. Yeah, I don't like to get behind on the eating, even though the speedrunners usually don't eat unless they're desperate, but because they have so little food. But I have 64 cooked chicken and plenty more where that came from. So I can eat when I get hungry, and that is definitely much better for me. Okay, let's go over there. I know I saw more blackstone up there. There we go. Let's just tower up to that. Yeah, now it's one of those, it's kind of tricky because you just have to not stir it too much once you get the chocolate added. Uh-oh, this is acting like I'm having lag again. Well, there we go. That's maybe all right. I love this pickaxe. Although soon I'm going to hope that I find some nether quartz or gold so that I can just heal it up a bit. I guess it has unbreaking on it, so it should be good for quite some time. Yeah, that's the nice thing about unbreaking, is its durability goes down slowly but goes up rather quickly when you start needing to mend it. This is a huge amount of blackstone. This is great. I will have to show you. How much time do we have? Yeah, do you want to see the castle that Owls is building with all this blackstone? It is almost finished. And I have to bring the blackstone over to her eventually anyway, and we've already gotten lucky with one bit of ancient debris. So I doubt that I will get luckier with more. And this is feeling kind of dangerous with little lava bits dropping from the ceiling. Yep, knew that was gonna happen. Oops, wrong place. Come on. Ah! I am having so much lag that this is not good. Okay, come on. Eat, eat. Well, okay. Here we go. There we go. Stop up that lava. Yeah, okay, got it. Well, as soon as I finish... Oops, you know, maybe I should just stop. Well, except I do kind of want the blackstone. I'll just be very careful. Let me redo these so they're right next to each other. I will plan... Just assume that lava's going to come down each time. Okay, and actually, let's make sure I pick up all that's down. Didn't mean to go down that far that fast. Okay. Pick up all the blackstone that's already down here so that lava doesn't burn it up. Okay, there we go. How much space do I have? Okay, I still have plenty of space. All right, now go back up there. I think this is the easiest way. All right, so yeah, after I get this, I'll show you the castle. It is amazing. She spent all... Okay, this is gonna be tough. There we go. Ah! That's a lot of lava. Oh no, come on, get out of the lava. Out of the lava, please. Out of the lava. Okay. Still living. Still living. Didn't take the fast path home. Okay. Eat food. Nope, cannot eat food yet. Now I can eat food. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to stop that up again. Well, these are safe, at least. Okay, so that I think is safe. And let's see here. That was not quite what I meant to do. Okay, there we go. Just trying to make a safer way. I think if I get rid of that one, then stop up. Ooh, if I get that, that's bad. Okay. Let's see here. That should be safe. That should be safe. Okay, now. That's safe. That's safe. Now. This is safe for me to hit now. Okay, now I can see what I'm doing, and let's see if we can plug that hole. Haha, did it. Excellent. Okay, just a couple more pieces of lava, of blackstone here. Although I should probably, if I'm being cautious, wait until I am all healed up before I get any more. Okay, so if I stand here, that'll be a safe place to stand. Okay. There we go. And that, safe. That's safe. Collect all this. That's safe, that's safe. Okay. That should be safe, but the one near it is not safe. Tension. Ooh, I can put on some tension music now that I've got, there we go. Danger lurks. Play. There we go. Play. That's probably too loud. Let me turn that down. There we go. I am trying to practice my streamer skills, because the best streamers have good music. Like, I'm always trying to improve and get better, and the best streamers have good music that's relevant and appropriate while they're streaming. But for me, when I'm talking, sometimes I find music to be a bit distracting, so I have to balance those things. Here, let's put a torch here just so I can see better. Okay. Here we go. This is safe. Bottom ones are safe. These top ones, though, this may not be safe. Stand back. Okay. Oh, got that. Excellent. And poof. Come on, stop it up. Haha. We are definitely improving. Alright. Ooh, I forgot to drink. Ooh, and it is getting late. Well, do you want to stick around for the last little bits and see the castle, or see it tomorrow? Up to you. Because I have to go deliver this blackstone to the castle regardless. And my inventory is almost full anyway. There we go. I Either way, I'm heading back. There we go. And see, I have lighted my path. Okay, I need different music though. That song isn't long enough. Let's switch to... Ooh, how about... this one. Yet another sort of stream. Okay. Oh, drat, which direction did I go? Ah, wait, those... There we go. Haha, I found my way back. I am so proud of myself. Yeah! Alright, let's go to the castle. Let me show you this castle. It is awesome. And we're not that far away from it because... Well, I guess we are in the farther away side of the Nether, so I have to travel along the Soul Sand Road. But, wait, okay, that was just because I went out there. That was just to tell me, keep going up these stairs if you happen to go out. Okay, up, 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 and I so helpfully lighted my way. There we go. So, yes, I have to travel quite a distance. Why do I feel like I slow down after a little while? Oops. Come on. Well, there we go. Oh, that doesn't take that long. Alright, one of these days I'm gonna get the ceiling there so that it's faster. Okay, so this is the Nether portal that goes back to our regular town, the town of Eulenstadt. And then we have to go take the Soul Sound path this way if we want to get to the town of Drakkenberg, which is Dragon Town, or Dragon Fort, something like that, translated. I started looking at chat and not where I was going. Sorry, I don't want to fall off the edge. Oh, when I hit the walls on the side, I slow down. That could be, yeah. Okay, here we go. This is at least fairly quick. I should check on the durability of my boots. Actually, let me do that right now. Oh yeah, my boots are just fine. Yeah, getting soul speed boots is really challenging. Or soul speed 3 boots at least. Although there is another SMP member who has like 4 pairs, so I could probably get some from her if I needed to. Alrighty. Keep going down the tunnel. I feel like, I don't know, this tunnel kind of reminds me of the start of, oh, I ran out of hunger. This, whee. This tunnel reminds me of the start to Space Mountain at Disneyland, where you're going up and it's sort of, the lights are going past you at warp speed. What just hit me there? I'm not gonna worry about it though. I'm just gonna keep going. Warp speed! When you see the 2 torches, turn right. Okay, here we go. And then when you get up here... Oh no! X. Where is it? Oh, I see, I'm withered. It's not that somebody's still hitting me. I think I need even more dangerous music. There's 2 of them there. do the last one with my looting sword so that I am more likely to get a... Yeah, this is not a bad place to try to find wither skulls right now. Okay. There's another one? Okay. Oh, got me. I'll be okay. I can do this. Eat. Okay. And one of those? Really? This part is usually supposed to be safe. Okay. Somebody must have opened it up. Yep, somebody did. Okay. Okay, well, I think the portal is this way, though. That's the other thing. Okay, here we go. To Drakenberg. Yeah, Space Mountain was the first roller coaster I ever went on when I was about 6 years old. Oh, rats. How did I manage that? Oh, I was pushing D instead of W, that's why. Space Mountain's the first roller coaster I ever went on when I was 6 years old, and the reason I wanted to go on it was because the line was so long. I'm like, wow, whatever's there has got to be really, really awesome, and I want to experience that. And so I pretty much made my family go to Space Mountain. And I really should have just slept in the bed. This was a bad idea. Oh well, here we are now. If we die, we'll go all the way back to the start. Oh, but there it is. You can see Count Drakenberg, or Castle Drakenberg, on the horizon. It is really quite formidable. It is not very homey at all. But I think I showed this earlier when it was just the Soul Sand Beach. So there's the Soul Sand Beach and the big lava fissure. And we did not have this castle. Look at that. My daughter built that all by herself with farmed materials in survival mode. I'm a proud mama. What can I say? Maybe this is not a thing I should be proud about for my children, but it is. There we go. And so this is the lava fissure that she built. And, no. Okay, that would lead to certain death. And the way in... It's not very well done on the inside yet. It's still under construction. Oh, llamas. Oh wait, is there a trader here? I'm gonna die if I trade with this trader, but I can't help it. Ooh, let's try... Oh, I don't have space in my inventory. And I don't have any emeralds. Okay, well, if there was a trader there, they're dead now. Okay, yes, this is good Castle Drakenberg music. So the way in is, or at least, oh wow, she has built this so tall. It used to be that you could get in right here by going over the wall, but I think right now the only way in is to tower up. You used to be able to get in by jumping up from there. Oh, what? Oh, it was a spider. Ah. There we go. Okay. Whew. Not dead yet. Yeah, I'm clearly lagging. Oh, really? Okay, come on. Kill. There we go. Okay, well, let's hop up here. And the rules are, if you tower up, you have to remove your tower afterwards. But I don't know, so I'm not gonna go all the way in because A, it looks really dangerous down there. Look at how tall these walls are. all of that is farmed. And I mean, yes, I have been giving her stacks of this stuff, but she has farmed most of it herself. But I am not going to go down there because A, it looks dangerous, and B, you're supposed to remove your tower up afterwards, and I'm not really sure how to do that. But now you have seen it. Yeah, it does look cool. It is really awesome. I am very proud of her. So I think this is a good... Oh no! Ah! I did not mean to do that. Okay. How... Well, I know. Okay, this creeper's gonna blow that guy up. Oh no. And it blew up the purpur. I'm going to get in trouble. Oh, come on. Well, if I'm dead... Okay, good. The purpur itself didn't get blown up. Okay. What can I ditch? Sticks. We have lots of sticks. Okay, and then eat. And then purpur. Put that back. Yeah, I was never here. You didn't see a thing. How do I make it look like I was never here? What's a good way out? Oh, I know. I might just go through the walls, because that I can replace from the other side, especially the dirt part. Okay. So if I do this and that, then I can make it look like I was never here. Oh, except I have to... What do I want to ditch? Okay, I do not need a stone sword. I still don't need the stone sword or the sticks. Let's take that stone sword. Come on. Oh, no, wait, I don't need the stone sword. What I need is the space for the granite so I can block it up like I was never here. You didn't see a thing. There we go. All right. Okay, now it is really dark. Whew. Okay. Well. Tension. I can relieve the tension now. Just dig my way out of here. Oh, at least it's daytime now. Okay. So let's dig my way out and then fill it back in again. And she'll never know unless she watches my stream. But she'll know that I was taking care and being very good to try to not make things worse than they were. So at this point, I am gonna say good night. And thank you for watching my stream. I hope you had a good time this evening. And be good. Let's see here. How do I do this? Yay! Be good. Goodbye. I will see you later. And let's see, shall we raid somebody? I really like watching Nerdy, so let's raid Nerdy.